So we are at the Coricancha in Cusco, no doubt the most renowned Inca structure here in the city, perhaps one of the most renowned Inca structures in all of Peru. Coricancha in Quechua means golden enclosure. Essentially this was the house of the sun, or temple of the sun. Originally, it's believed that a previous civilization, the Kilki, inhabited this area, and that some of their architectural remnants are actually part of this structure. And apparently excavations are still underway from time to time. Much is not yet understood about the history of this exact spot. But it was built when the Incas initially settled Cusco. Manco Capac was the first Incan ruler, and the Temple of the Sun is attributed to Pachacutec, which is the 9th Inca ruler, who ordered the rebuilding of Cusco. Today, only the Inca foundation remains. When the Spanish arrived, they viewed this palace or temple for what it was, which was a center of Inca religion and politics, and so potentially a threat to the new rulers. They ordered it destroyed and built a church, Santo Domingo, on top of that foundation, which is what we are surrounded by today. Obviously a Spanish colonnade, but Inca remnants remain behind me. You can see what's left of the Sun Temple, or the Temple of Inti, who was the highest Inca god. And on the other side, the east side of the Coricancha, which you may not be able to see from here, are remains of other temples to the moon goddess, as well as to rainbow, the god of rainbow and thunder. You can see even from this angle the iconic trapezoidal shape of the Inca door, and I've remarked in another video that this shape is explained today as being seismically sound, which is important in a region like Cusco, which is prone to earthquakes. And since the Incas did not have the arch, the trapezoid is an obvious explanation. But I can't help wonder if there may be another symbolic meaning to the trapezoidal door, as well as the trapezoidal wall niches that you can see behind me. But the Coricancha was first explored by the Spanish shortly after the capture of Cajamarca at the onset of the Spanish conquest. Cajamarca is a small town located in northern Peru, and that is where one of the Inca kings, Atahualpa, was captured in the Spaniards' first major victory over the Incas, and used as a puppet to control the Incas. But Francisco Pizarro, El Conquistador, sent a couple of his men south to explore this legend of this great city filled with riches. And they brought back stories to him of a house, the House of the Sun, that was absolutely full of gold and silver. 300 or 400 sheets of gold are rumored to have covered the outside walls, weighing 2 kilograms each, I think. The interior was full of a golden punchao, or a likeness of a sun face. And it was supposed to be enormous, with golden rays extending outwards from it, such that when the light came into the Coricancha and hit this golden disc, it filled the entire area as if the sun itself were shining on it. The conquistadors also found lots of other gold treasures, statues, figurines in the shapes of llamas and other animals, in corn, shaped like corn. In fact, I read somewhere that there was a whole field of golden corn, as well as statues of the Andean deities. None of this survives today, obviously. The conquistadors grabbed what they could and melted it down and either kept it for themselves or shipped it back to Spain. I think I read that some 45 or 50,000 pounds of gold and silver, that may be an underestimate, were melted down in just a couple of years. So the precious metal riches are pretty much gone, but as you can see, some of the architectural and much of the cultural treasures remain, and fortunately we have those to explore today, and we will. So let's head on into the interior Temple of the Sun.